YouTube, what the crap's going on? Heir of Carthage here, back in Total War Attila. Gonna keep this legendary campaign rolling along the legendary road. Last episode was a live stream, and we actually started getting to the point where we can upgrade. So I've got my first upgraded infantry here, 150 health, 68 armor. So that's 15 more armor than a Legio, and yeah, 28 more health. So it's considerably more morale. It does still do considerable missile damage as well. So very nice, very much like it. These Cataphracti I'm actually not going to upgrade to the Scolai Gentiles. Unfortunately, I'll only be able to recruit, I think, Scolai Gentiles from here on out, but that's just what we're going to have to deal with. Anyway, I'm going to go ahead and start the next batch of these. These are actually not Herculani Signoras. I'm just going to call them that because basically they are. One of the mods I'm using, the guy gives Rome some extra units to choose from, and essentially there's a ton of elite versions of the Herculani Signoras, and these ones are called Heruli Signoras, but I'm just going to call them Herculani Signoras because it's easier for me to just pronounce it that way and go down that road. But here's the actual Herculani Signoras. You can actually see that these guys just have a little bit better attack and armor, and that's why I'm going with them. They cost just a little bit more. So they're very similar. Not a lot of difference between these two. Anyway, we've got those training. I honestly don't worry too much about leaving these guys alone because the Alamans have actually pushed on into Pannonia. So Pannonia is actually getting cleansed by my allies at the moment, which is good to see. I kind of would like to see if we could put the push on and go ahead and capture Macedonia. I think it'd be kind of a cool province to capture, and it puts me very close to Constantinople. And let's see, Constantinople is made up of these three right here. So I'd love to be able to capture Constantinople, and it would be a great capture for us, but we'll see what happens. I'm building up another fleet. I'm kind of waiting for this military wharf to get all the way upgraded so that I have more options in terms of fleet. I think I'll have better options. So I'm going to wait on that before I train that fleet, but it shouldn't be too long at this point. Okay, got a bunch of different upgrades to divvy out here, though there's not a whole lot that I'm super worried about. I mean, I have unlocked just about everything. This guy, extra cunning. That one's only cunning +1 on the first one. Or no, that one actually... That one gives me a little extra cunning. Or we're already max cunning, aren't we? Yeah, I'm already up at max cunning, so it doesn't really matter. This one would give me a little more authority. And that one's just more cunning. Cunning, authority. So we'll just do that. Gives them a little more to help out with the authority stuff. Authority. Let's go see what all we need to build in Britannia. We've taken out all of our enemies up here, which this is great. I can actually start moving these fleets back around to more useful positions. Like these fleets, I think we can probably take these two fleets and go take care of the Jutes. At least I'm hoping so. Looks like this fleet, the Admiral has leveled up as well. Whoa, reset. This is something to do with fleets over here. Let's actually upgrade the one thing over there that actually has anything to do with fleets. So, got that done. Now, let's see. This stack, I should say, will be able to take on more people once I get down into the right waters. I'm going to actually come back into my own waters here so this one can retrain. Patrol gives me reinforcement integrity. Let's go ahead and go into patrol mode with that fleet. All right. There's a few... Let's see. The Franks and... let's see. The Angles own this province. I mean, there's a few provinces up here that it probably wouldn't really hurt me to just take. I mean, I don't think it's going to... And then it just gives me a little bit of extra territory there in the north. I'm not quite ready to betray the Swabians, though we will get there. We will definitely get there. I'm going to go ahead and pull this army out of Venetia back over this way because I don't think we need it there. Just want to get these armies converted over to the best troops. It's going to take a long time because there's only one place nearby here where I actually have... So we got the level 4 cavalry compound here. We could have another infantry compound down there, and we probably should. It just cost me upkeep, so it shouldn't be a big deal. And we can go ahead and throw the upgrades on here to the aqueduct network. None of that stuff's going to hurt. Good old salty Carthago. So salty. Yeah, wine market's what I'm waiting for there. I want to go ahead and just end the turn so we can get some of this stuff done. My income at this point is very, very good. It'll kind of go back and forth a little as I get some of these armies outfitted with the better troops. Unfortunately, well, you know what I should do is I should get a couple of those champions out on call to arms, and that should help me switch over to the Herculani Signoras faster. So I'll do that. Okay, the Visigoths are kind of putting back into land. The Swabians decided they don't need a vacation in Britannia. They can't be real happy because I accidentally killed one of their agents earlier in the last episode. I'm sure that they really appreciated that. I did not mean to do that. But with the Alamans and the Swabians on my side, right now, we've got a force to be reckoned with because I'm a huge empire. Both of them are wielding some strength, so it's kind of keeping the Huns and a lot of what would otherwise be a lot of nuisance tribes in check. So it's been kind of nice. The Huns must have an agent doing something. Yeah, the Alamans and the Swabians, I'm going to make sure the Alamans are at war with the Huns as well. I'm going to make sure both of them are at war with the Huns. And that'll help keep the Huns in check. And then it'll also help when Attila comes if I can help sick, 5 or 6 extra stacks of allies after them as opposed to just me. I think we can try and train or maybe upgrade. I can't remember how we get the upgrade to the elite Ravenna Ballistari. I mean, even the elite ones are good. Making them even better just makes me more OP when it comes to skirmishing, which I like. Crossbows are just absolutely redonkulous on here. So, where's the Visigoth scouts in Magna Graecia that's doing this? Defamation, huh? Sounds like someone needs to get his crap kicked a little. Quinticus Bibulus? Let's see who that guy is. Is he one of my own family members? Do they try and pull crap on each other? Surely not. Yeah. What the heck? I didn't know my own family member. Or no. I think it was someone else trying to do stuff to him. Yeah, I think that's what it was, maybe. So let's take a look at our offices. We got a lot of guys assigned to stuff here. And I'm going to try and move these guys around a little bit, just to use up more of their influence. Help keep their influence minimal. So yeah, that'll work. So we've got that going. Let's see, where all do I have champions? Let's check my forces. So I got a champion here, so that's not going to do me any good. One here, this is precisely what I want. So let's take this champion out of here and call to arms. And I've got another champion here. Call to arms. And let's see, enables harass, call to arms. Let's make call to arms even better. Okay. And then where else do we have champions? Do I only have... Got those two there. I got this third one up in Britannia. Can I have another champion? Probably. It looks like I can. Let's go into the summary and see. No, I'm at 3 of 3. It's the priest that I can have 4 of. Okay. All right. So that's all the champions that I can use for this right now, and that's fine. Gonna try and sail down here into my own waters. We can retrain these guys into a towered Liburnian, apparently. Let's see. I finished that research. So, yeah, we now have towered Liburnian, Liburnian Ballista Marauder, Ballista Marines. That's pretty cool. Pretty excited about that. Is there anything else big out here that I really, really feel like I need? Royal Armory, Siege Workshop, Master Weaponsmith. None of that stuff is a huge concern to me. So what I would like to do... And remember, when I research these, it does not turn off these techs back here. I have a mod that prevents that from happening. So I'm aware that that's normally what happens, though trust me, that's not what's going on. Now, what is up with the explosion of jutes over here? Interesting. Let's go take care of the subject here real quick, too. So let's see. Greetings, I brought a gift for my people in order that we may improve relations. Okay, I'll accept the gift. I like gifts. Let's see. Give this guy extra integrity. Public order. So I think my spies have done a pretty good job converting Britannia over. Even this province is quickly converting over. Yeah, I mean, paganism is extremely high in all these provinces right now, which is very good for me. Let's go ahead and do some more work on this province so that it can be more self-sustaining. We need to tear that down. I'm going to have to wait to build a field there, which is kind of annoying, but that's just the way it works. Got the logging camp, fishing jetty. Like I said, I'm going to wait to build what I want there. Tabernet and the governor's house. We're at minus 45 food right now, but I don't think it's going to stay that way because we have this fishing jetty. I should be able to get more farms and stuff there too. We'll see. I'm going to actually go ahead and upgrade to the governor's house because it'll be good in the long run, and I'm going to do the same thing in the aqueduct network. So that'll use up a little more food for me to do those things, but I think we can make it up. Let's just kind of see. Public order is good in these provinces. Oh yeah, we got tons of food here, so we're in very good shape. Just throw some money down on some of these provinces. We're finally in the positive on food here, and that's probably why we made up some of the difference in terms of. We got a skirmisher compound and a cavalry compound. Yeah, we can get Ravenna elite. Ballistari. So I'm going to upgrade the skirmisher compound down here with some of the money that I have. That's going to be crazy awesome. Okay, so this army, we've got one more turn there. Let's go ahead and disband those last 2 comitatenses. Okay. That's going to be the maximum number of them in that army. And it looks like my 2 guys there are helping me do that. Can we... I'm going to disband just one of these guys and see if I can train another one this turn or not. Get the stakes up. Yes, we can. Let's try it again. I want to have as many of these guys recruiting at one time as we can. I know that I have to kind of wait a little, but I'm going to go ahead and queue these guys up so I don't have to worry about it. So yeah, we're getting these armies converted over. And then I'm thinking of... this cavalry. Let's actually disband the cataphractari, or the cataphracti, or whatever they are. Let's bring this army over here and merge in. And I'm going to give them my... Scoli. So... Oh, I can only give 3 of them. There we go. But that's good. I'm going to come back over to this other city and Start recruiting again on the next turn. This army, let's go ahead and trade our cavalry. Let's disband all these and start retraining the Skolai Palatinai. I really like these guys. That's all the money I have for this turn, so that'll be good enough. Military Wharf. Okay. Yeah, we're good for this turn. Let's go ahead and end another turn.
Ready for orders.
Unit experience. So we got a general, public order, priest, inspire troops. Done. All right, end turn. Remember, I'm still running a really high tax rate right now too. I could probably turn my tax rate down and be perfectly safe, but it's helping to keep the immigration low too, and immigration causes public order penalties as well. So it's kind of a trade-off. It's kind of like I either make more money and eat the public order penalty of the taxes, or I make less money and eat the public order penalty of immigration. So I kind of feel like I might as well just eat the penalty of the taxes and get more money at this point, because that's the way that you decrease immigration penalties, is by increasing taxes. It's kind of funny. I guess you just chase people off with overbearing government and send them somewhere else. So, good old Huns. They're not going to like it when I show up with these Herculani Senoras and a bunch of other units. My guys are going to be pretty beefy. Oh, I need to check the diplomacy too, and let's make sure that my allies are at war with the Huns. The ones just running around in the snow like, woo, frostbite for everybody. Feels so great. Who needs toes anyway? Look at that. Whole stack of transports running from like 2 East Roman transport ships, and then they lost. I guess the East Romans still at war with Egypt. Okay, the Thrungians look like their ally is under attack. So the Thrungians are attacking the Alamans, and we had previously made peace with the Alamans. Their allies, though, are the Langobards and the Angles, so we're going to see, there might be about to be another war here in the north. So I'm going to have the war on the side of my allies, and we'll kind of see where the chips fall here. I need to move an army over there pretty quickly, because the Thrungians just move past, shall not pass. Yeah, I know. Seems impossible, right? But now Vienna and some of the other areas there could potentially be at risk. So we're going to need to give these guys a raffle stomping. And we need to get Sextus back down into an area that's going to really matter. Of course, he's in Britannia. We could probably... That Visigoth agent down in Magna Graecia. I totally forgot to do anything about him.
Ready for battle.
Wavering loyalty. Imperium. Political favors for these guys. Okay. Let me see. So, I need to get an army back over here to face the Thrungians. None of these armies are really ready to go over and face the Thrungians, unfortunately. But we can at least get back in that general vicinity. That's where we got our cavalry anyway. So I can take this army, move all the way over here. They may very well attack Vienna, but we'll live. There we go. So we've got some Skolai training into each of these armies. Go ahead and keep them coming. Exculcatores, 1390 damage javelins. Those are pretty good. They have rapid advance also. That is cool. So that's going to be a cool unit. We'll have to use some of those too. But obviously for the most part I'm going to want the long-range crossbow units. 1 turn there, 1 turn, 2 turns. So yeah, we got these armies retraining nicely. This one's pretty much there. I just need to get some better cavalry into it. But I mean, this cavalry that it has right there is acceptable. It's not bad. Let's see. So we're 3 turns from the military wharf that I want. We've got enough food here. I'm going to go ahead and upgrade this town there at Aquileia. Might as well. Sextus. Let's go find Sextus. I haven't done enough with him recently.
At your command.
Lucius Marcellus. Oh, Sextus, where are you camped out at? Here he is. So I think that we're going to bring Sextus down here. And I'm going to make a crossover by land. And I think I'm going to use him. So we got the Thrungians over here. I'm thinking about like reconquering some of these Germania, like Belgicae here. I'm thinking about reconquering. Well, no, the Swabians own one of the provinces here, so Colonel Agrippina. Yeah, like this province right here, Frisia, may be worth it. We could just subjugate the Gauls here with Sextus. These other armies aren't going to need to be here either. We've got too many armies up here in Britannia, and it's just not necessary. Okay, let's see.
Commander.
I'm going to go ahead and move on down to Eldon. So yeah, we should have good public order all across Britannia because of the priest and them spreading the influence of the Roman paganism so much. And then once we, you know, kind of feel comfortable, I've got religious buildings here. It'll overwhelm the remaining push towards the barbarian religions. Got a little bit of a sanitation issue here. I'm only at 2 growth though, so I can't do anything about it just yet. But yeah, we're gonna need 7 growth. We'll get a little more sanitation though once that finishes in 2 turns. And that actually will probably fix it for now. Yeah, I think it'll fix itself. So we'll just kind of keep an eye on that. Nothing to be crazy worried about at the moment. I don't see that Visigoth agent down here, so it must be a spy that's hidden from my view. Filth-mongering Visigoths. I'm going to get a navy together and see if we can take them out. I'm probably not going to have... I don't even know if I'm going to have any battles in this episode. That's going to be the crazy thing. I mean, we could definitely probably start to reconquer some of these lands, especially with the allies that we have around. The East Romans are kind of just stuck here. They're not really doing a whole lot. And their enemies aren't really doing a whole lot against them either. Leptus is happy and everything's retraining. And we have another building that we can put up in salty Carthage. I think I'm going to go ahead put up the religious building here. We'll think about whether or not we need that one in the future. I'll take a close look at it. We got this one done, and I think what I was wanting to do was get to the sheep barn and cattle pen here. That's going to take 20 turns to get through that stuff, but we've also got the food and the wine market's going to be a little bit quicker. I want to get the wine market done, and then we'll work on the other one since food is not obviously near as much of a problem, if any problem, right now, which it's not. Let's get that spy to start working their magic there. I had another spy too, and let's see, where's my wealthiest province? Italia and Liguria. We've got spies in both those, and then Carthagenesis actually is the next one. So thinking that I'm gonna take this spy and I'm gonna walk him. It's a long walk, but we're gonna walk him all the way down here to Carthagenesis, and have him start reducing the corruption there. And Sextus is going to need an army to follow him, so I'm going to, this army that's right behind him, I'll just send these guys as a group together. And we're going to need some of these priests to help out as well. But for right now, I want to make sure that we're just getting the public order settled down real good. We can assign a provincial governor because my Imperium rose. I mean, part of me would love to retire Sextus into the governor of Britannia, but I feel like he's still got some fight left in him. He's only 40. I mean, he's definitely still got a few more years of fighting. Thinking, what we got? None of Sextus, none of his children are grown, and neither this guy doesn't have any grown children either, and he's got a lot of influence. So what we could do is take one of these characters. If we go to governors, and we could just get one of these guys here. He's an administrator. That'll probably make him a decent governor. And we could put him in Britannia. What is it? Britannia Superior. So we'll take this guy, administrator, landowner. What is landowner? 10% from agricultural, not bad. Tax rate. I'm going to go with the extra tax rate. So we'll go Britannia Superior. And then we will adopt him. So Secundus Barbatus. Sounds like some kind of barbarian scum. Let's adopt him. Pull him in so that we'll get that extra influence. We can issue an edict here now as well. Will of Jupiter. Sanitation. Public order from the presence of Roman paganism. The extra food might come in handy here once we hit the climate change that is bound to come. We're not too far away, I think, from the rise of Attila. I think we're like probably 20-something turns from the rise of Attila. And I want to get those fleets ready and go ahead and go assault the Geats. But those fleets are going to be my defense against the Geats if they try and come back to Britannia. I'm going to have to move my fleet down there and take another look at that Visigoth transport fleet that keeps acting like it wants to come after me and then changing its mind frequently. And it looks like the Thrungians lost some of their allies whenever they began that war. Good. It's about time you want a trade agreement, dorks. That'll make them hate me less, so... And that's good, because I don't want them turning around and betraying me, and I don't really want their desert land either. Plus, having some people subjugated to you is good, just because of the trade. It allows you to make use of those resources that you get. This may be an all-campaign map episode, just unless Venetia or something gets attacked here. And technically, though, I'm out of time for this episode, so this is probably going to be an all-campaign map episode. This happens from time to time, and what's funny is that some people love this and some people complain about it. It's like I can't win. Thrungians kind of running off in an odd direction, so I'm not really sure exactly what they're up to. Egypt is apparently just in the business of Mediterranean pleasure cruises. Misdirect army. So there's some scout down there. It's being a butt crack. Good. We got the guy adopted. Was I building... Yeah, military wharf. 2 turns to the military wharf. I can build some ships with heavy marines. I think this province... Yeah, that province will be perfectly fine. All these provinces will be perfectly fine as far as I can tell. Don't have any particular worries in any of them, really. Let's roll up the cattle herd. We're still at -2 food here. We got all kinds of good stuff going on there. We should be able to easily handle all the sanitation. So I'm just going to go ahead and build up some more of that agriculture there. And we could always run a food market here if we need to. Thinking the food market here would give me... good deal, and then I can put the Statue of the Divine here just to make sure that this province never wants to rebel. I think I'm going to do that. Camelodinum at 44 food here. We should have extremely strong public order here, so no reason not to run some of these upgrades. Skirmisher compound, why not? We've got the money. Same thing with the cavalry compound. Like, it's going to cost me a lot of maintenance cost, but it's nice to have just in case we need it, and it probably adds extra garrison to my men as well. So this army right here is beefed up enough to get things done. Venetians, huh? But yeah, this army is ready to hit the field. Let's see, this army training in Scully. Same thing here. And in one turn, they're going to complete the recruitment of some of those. This one's all complete. So let's take this army. And let's take all these guys and disband them. And then I'm going to take these units. And we're going to do more of these guys.
Good and glorious life.
So it'd be 3 turns, and I'll have 2 armies full of these guys, and then the elite Ravenna Ballistari will be able to start training them in 2 turns. So definitely looking good. And I was thinking military upgrades. It's just all that squalor. Public order and the squalor is going to be hard to eat up. I mean, if you go to the cloaca, we get huge sanitation. We don't need the growth anymore, so if I convert that over to the aqueduct, we can offset some of the public order. I'm going to do that. I'm going to convert that over to the aqueduct. And I'm really thinking about going to the supply storage and then start bumping up to one of these to get either more armor, siege workshop, or the weaponsmith. The weaponsmith would really help. 15 melee damage for all recruits. And I already have huge melee damage. The armory, though, would just make my guys even beefier, which would be really cool, too. Shield effectiveness. I don't know. Either one of those could be cool. And then we could get Bastion Onagers, Large Onager, Cairo Ballista. We could get cool stuff down that route, too. I don't know. I'll think about it. So that's all the time I have for this episode. HeirofCarthage signing off for now, and I'll see you all in the next one.